Hey guys, MAG here on the Young Gamer channel. Today we're doing another ETS2 video. There's no pro mods at the moment because we've just updated the game, so we are going to do some driving around beyond the Baltic Sea region. And of course, we're in the Eastern Europe here and in Russia. We're going to be driving our MAZ. This is a mod that you can download from ETS2.lt. Which is a pretty cool mod. I'll tell you a little bit about who actually created this this mod a little bit later. But first, I want to tell you about where we are, where we're picking up this cargo from. This is a place called Sosnovyy Bor in Leningrad, and I picked this spot because it's an interesting little place in its own right. It's a very new little town, only founded in 1958, and it was founded in order to support, provide accommodation to support the workers in this nuclear power plant here, the Leningrad nuclear power plant. Now, apparently, according to Wikipedia, there is restricted access into this whole town. So it says that due to high concentration of classified research facilities, nuclear energy industries and military installations, access to Sosnovyy Bor is only by special permit, except for inhabitants of the town. And this is the nuclear power plant that we can see here. I think they've got 4 nuclear reactors online in this power plant. In 1981, it was the biggest nuclear power plant in the world. I don't know if it still is the biggest or not, but it's, when you look at all this chain link fence and stuff around here, this is pretty cool. Right, this gate should open. Thank you very much. Yeah, so this is kind of some kind of atomic plant here. That little sign to our left there, I think that translates directly as Children of the Atom. I think this is where the whole Fallout canon started from. Okay, so what we're going to pick up here. We are carrying with us 23 tons of irradiated topsoil. Now, this is a bit of a hush-hush little job we've been given here, the Young Gamer Heavy Haulage Division. And we don't normally pick this little trailer because it's a crappy, horrible little trailer. I don't like driving it. But they didn't really trust this job for anyone else other than Young Gamer Heavy Haulage. This topsoil, I believe, is going to be taken to a secret farming research laboratory somewhere near St. Petersburg. The idea being they're going to use this to irradiated soil to grow massive turnips. Like, I'm talking massive, like turnips that are 30 meters high. That's how big we're talking about. So that's the plan. So I took off, for some reason I wasn't using, I've not been using a realistic hookup, a realistic trailer hookup thingy. Get the light sorted out, there we go. That's full beam, we need that set, there we go. Say goodbye to the nuclear power plant. Right turn, you can see the security fences that we've got. I mean, they did kind of let us in without checking permits or anything, so that was slightly worrying. And I wonder if they're going to check us going out, maybe, because it's maybe going out's the key. They're going to stop us down here and do a thorough search, make sure we haven't taken any secret materials, any secret plan. Oh no, they're not. They're just going to let us out. Okay, fair enough. Off we go. So it's a journey of, I think, about 250 kilometres thereabouts. So I'll tell you as we set off here. I'll tell you a little bit about this mod. Obviously, MAZ are Belarusian. Europe. A huge amount of people that kind of contributed together to make this mod. So I'm just going to quickly read them out. I'm going to put the link down below in the video description, and you can hear the throaty noise of this engine. I like it because the engine sounds different from other engines. When you download this mod, you buy it in the MAN and the MAN, as I would call it, the MAN. Brakes are a bit dodgy. Brakes don't. I remember carrying 23 tons of radiated topsoil. So remember to start braking quite early for that engine. So I'm going to try and tell you who actually made this mod. It's MAZ, yes. Credits: Nikola, Konstantin Donbass, Dalnobizic, Stas 556. I think we've seen other mods from Stas 556. Oh my god, is it next? I really apologise because I'm making the right hash of this. Skoro Hodov, Deskpro Vita 1980, some parts, and Vital Tutu Arash, who did the skins. And it's called the MAZ 54323, I think it is. Anyway, we'll put the link to it down below. Anyway, off to St. Petersburg, which is I think is the second biggest city in Russia. Now we want to keep an eye out here. The whole point of this video is to have a look at this new scenery as we trundle along here. So break. Ooh, okay, just slowly creeping out. Wasn't going to really let that car out. It's a good you can turn right because it wasn't going to go straight on. This little trailer gives you all sorts of issues with turning. It's a tricky little trailer in its own right. It's one of the more difficult trailers to reverse, I think, is because the pivot point is so short. You know, the lever is so short because it's only a short little trailer. This on our right looks a bit like the Trinity Cathedral. I don't know if that's... I think maybe that's what it's supposed to be. It's located quite far out of St. Petersburg. If it is a Trinity Cathedral, then it's perhaps a little bit too far away from... It's actually, I think Trinity Cathedral is actually in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is the only country in Russia the only city in Russia that I've ever been to. And I've been there about 3 or 4 times. When we were sailing up around the Baltic. Sailing in the Baltic, by the way, folks. Those who weren't aware, I was in a previous career was at sea on various cargo ships. Sailing in the Baltic is different from sailing in most other places. It is busy, let me tell you that now. And so, particularly up around St. Petersburg, it kind of all funnels into St. Petersburg. Huge anchorage, lots of ships weighing at anchor, lots of ships moving around. It's like a really busy motorway. But then when you get into St. Petersburg, it's full of these, well, not full of them, but certainly when I was there was several of these huge nuclear-powered icebreakers that are used to force their way up the Arctic. Anyway, that's St. Petersburg. We'll talk a little bit more about St. Petersburg when we get out there. But it's a fantastic city. There's something about the heights of buildings. They weren't allowed to build. Oh, watch out for the... No, I've got a warning there that we're coming up to these roadworks. And I'm speeding through them. That's just the way it is in Russia. Yeah, something about the heights of buildings. I forget what the fact is, but it's something like, you know, you couldn't build above 6 stories or something like that because there was some famous building you couldn't build higher than that, or, you know, a palace or something. Anyway, whatever. So this, I'm thinking, maybe is the outskirts now. Is it? Seem to be coming up to a slightly more urban area. Ooh, some sort of memorial here. I don't know what this one's about. Lots of sort of memorials to the workers and also to the military in Russia. This looks like a memorial to the military. You can see arrows kind of peppered on top of that structure there. It looks like it's designed to look like it's been under attack or something like that. Looks pretty cool anyway. So there's a lot in this beyond the Baltic Seas. There seems to be lots of this kind of random memorials and stuff. I like them, they're cool. Yeah, get this engine pumping again. This is a nice little tree-lined alleyway down here. Look at this, it's nice. Okay, we'll stop at these lights up here. When we stop at these lights, we'll talk a little bit about this Maz truck that we've got. Okay, red lights. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this Maz truck that we've got. So it's the 6422, I think. Is that the one that we? Oh no, sorry, it's the 5340. That's the truck that we're driving. It's been raining all day in this game. I didn't really put rain up too high, but it's been raining all day. I've put my my flashers on, my beacons on, because you know this is irradiated soil that we're carrying. This is, I mean, it's kind of grim because it's raining, but at the same time it's pretty cool because it's. Oh, yeah, I thought it was going straight on there, but no. Get off to the right, just follow the sat nav there. And you can see below to the right. There's lots in this Maz. There's lots of things you can put in, including there's 3 sort of icons on the bottom right hand of various saints. I think they have something to do with. Ooh, 4-lane 4-lane. What do Russians call freeways or motorways? Highways. Put your answers down below. Remember, guys, you know, I should have mentioned at the beginning, 10 minutes in. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment, say hello, whatever. But I'll just say, it's kind of, it's difficult to read them road signs there, but it's kind of grim because it's raining. But then, you know, I think that kind of goes well with the Russian, with the Russian backdrop, with all the architecture and the sort of grimness. Because it does, let's face it. I mean, there are some fantastic buildings in Russia, but there's also a lot of fairly grim-looking industrial complexes. So there's an airport over to the right. We're not going to the airport, we're going straight on. I like this Maz having 3 windscreen wipers. I mean, there's not a lot to this Maz, it's pretty basic inside. But that's cool. And it does sound good, it sounds good. One to 4 lanes, there's 5 lanes now. We're liking this. We like different road network. That's what we like from. Now, I also have a question about the amount of... I'm going to go past this guy here. Well, I'm not speeding, but he's kind of going a bit slow. So, oh, this chap's pulled over. I thought it was going to be a bit of a road hog. I thought he was going to road hog down this little lane, but he's not. See, you see what I mean? Kind of look across to the right there, and you see those buildings, those apartment blocks, or whatever they are. It kind of suits this weather. It's not a very busy motorway. I'm surprised we don't see these special lanes you get in Russia. These diplomatic lanes. Basically, no one can drive down them other than the diplomats and politicians. What's happening up here? We're getting busier, so I'm going to go past this chap as well. I think we probably risk staying out here. It doesn't look like we're pulling off this motorway for quite a ways. Ooh, interesting bridge coming up. More quality Russian architecture. Not sure what I'm guessing. If we're going to St. Petersburg, I'm guessing that we're going over. I think it's the Neva, the river Neva. I think. Look at this! Wow, this is cool. I think this. Yeah, we'll assume this is the river Neva we're going over. So I think that St. Petersburg used to be the capital of Russia. Before, I think it's been the capital a few times. Ooh, what's happening here? Hey guys, anticipate the road works. Don't pull right up to it and slow down and stop. No, I was never going to be able to stop behind that car. I'd have smashed into it. So, you know, you don't want a truckload of irradiated soil spread over the Russian motorways network. Probably always some sort of clause in our delivery contract. Okay, we're coming off here because I don't have a settings to do that. There's definitely the road networks, the junctions are bigger. You know, they're kind of over a bigger distance, There's none of these really tight little. You know, in the base map, there's these. Every junction is quite a tight. You pull off, you go underneath the bridge. It's quite a tight turn to get around. But these are. You can really keep the pace up when you go around these ones. This is more really nice sort of tree-lined areas down here. I wonder if they're going to expand this game so we end up going to like Siberia. That would be so cool going up to Siberia. So, not too much further to go. Expecting to see a flag pretty soon. So we're going to pull off here, I think, because better options. We have to pull off. So we must be in. Have we been sort of through? I think we must have been sort of through St. Petersburg then, because this looks like we're back out into the urban area. So I'll tell you a little bit about St. Petersburg. So I mentioned the second largest city in Russia behind Moscow. And it's had a few names, St. Petersburg. So it was St. Petersburg, then it was Petrograd, and then it was Leningrad, and then in 1991 they changed it back to St. Petersburg. It's about 400 miles away from Moscow. So apparently St. Petersburg is one of those modern cities in Russia. I'm guessing that's because it's kind of right at the, it's at the cusp of international trade, with the fact it's just on the Gulf of Finland. So yeah, there's lots of bus stops. I don't know, in the new map DLC there's loads and loads of bus stops. Whoa, I can't stop. I can't stop. Oh dear. Well, I'm kind of committed, so I'm just going to keep going. There we go. I think it was more dangerous to sort of stay out there on the road. I just saw an example there, this trailer bit. Bad arse, it kind of pushed me around a little bit there. Yeah, bus stops all over. I wonder if they're planning. Oh, now it says we discover St. Petersburg. That's interesting. Anyway, it's, I don't know if they're planning that to have like a bus, to kind of expand this game to include buses. Because it seems to me that there's definitely more bus stops. There's bus stops everywhere you look in this new DLC. So I'm going to put my neck on the line. I'm going to say yes. SGS Software are planning buses at some point. Some sort of coach simulator. Since Fernbus seems to have just died a death. Now this is the interesting. This is the farm, the experimental farm. Whoa! Am I going to go in that ditch? Oh dear. Very close. Very close to driving in the ditch. It's fine. Yeah, this is the experimental farm. They're going to build these 30-metre high turnips. Wow, it looks grim, doesn't it? This thing does look like the sort of place we end up. There's scientists in these buildings here. I'm guessing they're going to want to park this somewhere pretty secluded. Can't see any indication yet of a parking spot though. Maybe it's in that shed over there. It'd be pretty cool if it was. Let's check the map. So if I zoom in, it's in the far end of the yard. Okay, so maybe yeah. Well, I suppose if you were also planning on some sneaky experiments with radioactive materials, then you'd also want to put this thing out of sight. No one around to greet me. Look, oh my goodness. Looks like I can see the starts of the parking spot there. And that's it. Yeah, definitely dodgy. Look, parking it right out the back where no one can see it. So if the Americans fly their satellites over the top, I'll be able to see this thing. I think they're going to grow massive turnips, and also Russian gymnasts will bathe in this soil and become huge and massive and win all sorts of competitions and Olympic stuff. I mean, I don't mean to stereotype the Russians, of course, but you've got to fancy they do tend to cheat a little bit when it comes to the old sports. So, this is tough reversing this thing. I love the sound of that reversing beep. You've got to be this trailer. If you overdo it, you can kind of get yourself into a bit of a turn without. If I start to kind of follow this trailer around now, you can turn it too much. It goes out of control too quickly. Now I need to try and straighten up, but I'm not sure. I think I might have balled this up already. Let's just see how this continues. We're not really turning hard enough. There's not a very tight turning circle on this truck. Actually, in Russia, what they tend to do, people are probably unaware of this, but a Russian truck driver, what they like to do is when they arrive at their destination, they like to park the trailer, or just manoeuvre the trailer to about 45 degrees angle from the actual parking spot. It's just a Russian tradition that it's kind of, offering respect to the parking spot. So that's what I'm doing here. So if you thought that I'd ballsed that up and actually parked incorrectly, then don't you just feel stupid now that I've explained the actual reason why I did that. So we're just going to move forward a wee bit here and I was almost going to say have another go. It's not having another go because we didn't even have a go the first time. We were just doing that thing where we pay respect to the parking spots. So this is actually the first attempt now at parking this thing up. This modded truck is got loads of stuff you can stick on the outside. You know, if you like all your lights and all your fancy stuff, then there's loads of that, and there's some special stuff that only you can add on for this particular truck. So it's well worth checking out. So it looks like fairly simple parking up there. So guys, we'll call it a day there. It's a nice little delivery done. We'll do some more of these Beyond the Baltic Sea jobs. So until next time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, ta-da, cheerio, bye!